times like these, what can you really rely on? New Bodyform Invisible, now with an advanced microgroove system, helps keep everything inside the towel to prevent leaks. So whatever happens, you can rely on Bodyform.
Everybody's talking at
The #1 country album.
I don't hear words they're saying.
44 of the coolest country tracks around on a great value double album. With Sheryl Crow, Nielsen, Glenn Campbell, Johnny Cash, Jimmy Nail and Billy Ray Cyrus. The #1 country album. Out now on double CD and cassette.
Sunday isn't Sunday without your independent.
Kick off the football season with the Sunday Independent Soccer Special, free with this week's Sunday Independent. It's a bumper supplement with over 70 team pictures. The Soccer Special is the complete guide to football in the South West. Be sure to get this week's Sunday Independent on sale this Sunday.
In my job, I've got to make sure every part of the costume is perfect. That means the right accessories, the right look. I even do the washing, and on a film set, that's pretty tough. Collars and cuffs are the areas that get the most damage, I call it. And you've got lights which make you hotter. So something that would take normally a day in real life will get very dirty in the space of 2 or 3 hours. Sometimes the job would be just too tough for normal washing powder, so I'd have to use an extra stain remover as well. But this new rollerball from Ariel's changed all that.
Ariel Future Liquid now has a revolutionary new rollerball cleaning system. First, it drives the Ariel liquid deep into some of the most difficult stains, then goes in to leave all your washing deep down clean.
Now I'm more confident it'll look pristine first take. Perfect. Like it's meant to be.
When you demand the impeccable, demand Ariel.
So, what are you doing in September? There are still degree places here. Come to Plymouth. The College of St Mark and St John.
It's now 34 with 42 of the hottest hits around. Now 34. That's what I call music.
Breakfast time. ASCII.
Going to college can offer lots of opportunities, a good education and new friends.
Hi!
A chance to get involved with certain extracurricular activities.
I love you.
Which could teach you the lesson of a lifetime.
I want you to meet my roommate, Jonathan. Jonathan, this is my mom.
Andrew McCarthy and Rob Lowe star in Class tonight at 10:45.
Well, joining Oscar-winning actress Gina Davis, William Hurt is about to go on a wild goose chase as the accidental tourist this Sunday at 2:30. Jane Francis Kelly has the West Country News in 30 minutes. First, today's Global View with the time at exactly 10 o'clock.
From ITN News at 10 with Dermot Murnaghan.
Queen orders photographers tonight respect royal privacy. 8 baby mother warned over funding of treatment. French detectives in Cornwall restart schoolgirl murder hunt. And football's coming home. Foreign stars dominate the big kick-off. Good evening. The royal battle for privacy stepped up a gear tonight after Buckingham Palace revealed it's urged press photographers to keep their distance during the Queen's traditional Balmoral holiday. Palace solicitors have written to 4 photographers following an incident during last year's break. Earlier, another photographer made an unprecedented threat to take the Princess of Wales to court after she won an injunction to stop him getting close to her. Martin Stenning denied he'd been stalking the princess and said he had very good grounds to get the ruling overturned. Our royal correspondent Nicholas Owen reports.
The Royal Yacht Britannia docking in the north of Scotland today. The Queen came ashore and met her mother, the family heading for Balmoral and their usual Scottish holiday. At Balmoral, 4 press photographers went onto the private estate last spring to take pictures of the family. They've been warned now by Buckingham Palace solicitors not to do so again, not to infringe the family's privacy. All this after the dispatch rider turned freelance photographer Martin Stenning denied that he'd stalked and harassed Princess Diana. The most photographed woman in the world often finds all the attention irksome. She's now got Stenning banned from coming within 300 metres of her.
We've got Diana in a blue dress.
Behind the fuss, the insatiable demand for Diana pictures, and some freelance operators hoping to get the one shot that could make them a fortune. In her affidavit against Stenning, the Princess of Wales declares, "The defendant trails me all the time. I have felt a prisoner in my own home. He follows me on a motorbike and has damaged my car by riding so close. In a tussle outside a restaurant, I opened his camera and removed his film. He pushed me hard in retaliation. I was shaken and on edge. I've shouted at him. He has screamed at me. He has shouted obscenities at people trying to help me." Diana paints a graphic picture of feeling besieged here at Kensington Palace, her home in London. "I can no longer drive out of the gates of Kensington Palace without fearing what the defendant might do to me next. His behaviour has prevented me from enjoying family occasions with my sons. I genuinely believe that the actions of the defendant are calculated to cause me harm. I fear that unless he is restrained, I shall suffer undue psychological pressure and become ill." The affidavit also goes into Stenning's background, claiming that he has a long history of violent behaviour and a number of criminal convictions.
How do you justify the job you do? What are you trying to do?
I justify it, really. It's photographing her and it's earning money. It's earning money that most people can't do, and it's quite enjoyable.
Now, you've been portrayed in some quarters as a stalker. You prowl after her, people say. You're always there when she comes out of her home. That sounds to most people pretty ghastly behaviour.
I dispute this. I dispute this. I dispute this. The whole thing, I dispute it.
He did admit one clash after he'd photographed her at a restaurant.
I was going down a side street and I looked behind me and I saw the princess behind me, and she called me over and I went back to her to see what she wanted, and she grabbed a camera out of my pocket and undid the catch on the camera and took the film out and just walked away with it. She took my pictures. That was that one.
Freelance paparazzi methods aren't approved by regular royal photographers like Kent Gavin, although he himself is facing an official complaint by Diana at the moment.
There is a news item or something where she is up of public interest, then we will all look at it, but not if it means bringing this woman to tears. So there is no future in that for anybody.
Mr. Stenning says he's sought legal advice to try to get the injunction against him overturned. Interest in the royals won't diminish, though photographers will probably tread a bit more warily from now on. Royal officials point out this evening that in recent months, Diana's done without the services of police bodyguards. Perhaps if they'd been around, some of the incidents of which she's complained wouldn't have become such a problem. Nicholas Owen, News at 10, Buckingham Palace.
The very public pregnancy of Mandy Allwood, who's carrying 8 babies, took another twist today. Her local health authority, Solihull, said it wouldn't continue to pay for her specialist treatment in London. It said she could be treated just as well in Birmingham. Tonight, Miss Allwood said she wanted to stay in the capital. Our health correspondent, Anya Seetharam, reports.
Mandy Allwood is understood to have sold her story about her multiple pregnancy for a 6-figure sum. She initially saw Professor Nicolaides, an internationally renowned specialist based in London, privately. But now her local health authority says it won't pay for her antenatal care in London because it's too expensive.
The evidence is that there's no benefit to going down to London. We have an excellent service, maternity service in the West Midlands, in Birmingham in particular. We've got some excellent hospitals there who can provide the service, we believe, to the same level.
Her treatment at this London hospital could total £500,000. In Birmingham, there'd be no extra charge because Solihull Health Authority has contracts with hospitals there.
I think Solihull have acted entirely reasonably. They'd have taken best medical advice. They're not actually refusing treatment. What they're saying is, like for many patients, treatment locally is desirable, and that in the Birmingham and Solihull areas, they have first-class doctors who can provide first-class treatment.
Professor Nicolaides isn't commenting on today's decision. He'd already advised Miss Allwood to abort some of the fetuses to give the pregnancy a better chance. Mandy Allwood's publicist says she was referred to Professor Nicolaides by doctors in Solihull even before she contacted the News of the World. He's said to have agreed that hers was a unique case,